Ashy. We can title the episode Ashy Ass Hands.
You won't. That's what I found. Once was lost.
Now it's found.
Now it's found. I ain't got no ashy ass hands. Bow, bow, bow.
You know how I was talking about Melissa Ford had been absent from the podcast for a few weeks?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, people who watch the podcast just as much as me are convinced that Queen's Philp accidentally spilled the tea on Melissa Ford's quiet exit from last episode. So on the last episode, I did catch Queen's. Joe was going into he was basically talking about like sometimes uh one person may outgrow the podcast, and Queen's Flip was like, I thought we wasn't supposed to talk about that type of stuff, and so, you know they every now and then he'll shoot a shot.
So his name is Queen's Flip, not just Flip.
No, it's Queen's Flip for Queens, New York. So during a heated contract banner, guest Mona, she talks about tricks to pull to get out of contracts. And I remember that with Joe Budden retorting, y'all got other tricks, don't we all? Flip's dramatic head clench and exasperated my brain, sent Reddick and X into an overdrive. Viewers theorize it's nods to Ford's alleged ultimatum. So I'm gonna tell you what I really think probably really did cause some issues, and there ain't nobody really talking about it. When Joe revealed how many views that he was actually receiving on Patreon, and he accidentally posted it on his stories, and she came in the next episode because simultaneously after that, I think there was an interview or something where he claimed that he makes $20 million a year from the podcast, and at that point, she felt like she was underpaid. And you know, you can listen to somebody sit on a podcast, and when they got issues with something, you could tell a person being serious and someone being joking. I think she really had a problem with that, and probably went back to them and tried to renegotiate the terms of her contract, and she was shot down. And see, what people fail to realize when it comes to a business, and I think a platform that big, there's money that goes into making sure that podcasts can make that $20 million a year. You got to spend money to make money. So they ain't necessarily Joe putting in $20 million in his pocket. It's he may generate 20 million, but he might take 5 of that and put that back out to making sure the podcast can reach as many people as it's reaching. On top of how much ever money he paying each one of them for their contributions to the podcast. And when they do certain things, I'm sure it's written in their contract, if they got a viral moment that does X amount of this or X amount of that, this is what comes from that. And she didn't feel good about that. I mean, I could tell she didn't feel good about that because, you know, there's certain people who live their life on expectation and there's certain people who live their life on money. Mm-hmm. And I think she is, you know, that video vixen stuff died it didn't die hard. It didn't die fast, but she ain't generate that money. And that hearing that he getting 20 million really threw that for a pickle. Because 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you stop saying it. I didn't want to start a podcast like that, but it just came across my my feed, and I thought that was funny. I ain't think to go on social media and be like, "Oh man, okay, now we know why she rolled out." I mean, I enjoy the podcast. I think they have their moments where they talk about things that is relevant and important to the culture, and then they had their moments where we was like, ugh, we could have did without it. But hey, babe, happy Pod Day. Behind the Podcast, episode 34. How you feeling, boo?
I'm good.
A time was had this weekend.
A time was definitely had.
A time was had. We went to Adventure World. Is that what they call it?
Adventure Park.
You remember when Adventure World used to be Six Flags? No, seriously. And that's the first thing I thought about when we pulled up. I said, boy, they don't jack the Adventure World on left the Six Flags big old area and came to this small little spot in the hood. Not in the hood, but you get what I mean, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I respect all the grown adults who really enjoy to dress up for Halloween. I haven't got to that point in my life. I don't think you corny. I don't think you weird. I just think you're different than me. That's it. And I'm not saying you're different from everyone else. I just think for that one time a year where you can get together and dress up as your favorite character, you're just different than me. And I feel like while you may not think I'm cool, I'm too cool to do that. In my personal opinion. What did you think about the atmosphere adventure?
It first though, it was not what I was expecting.
Explain.
Like I expected, like when you read over everything, or whatever, I expected more outside attractions.
Yeah.
And I guess better regulated. But I one thing I didn't expect, which was it still was it was a good thing, was I didn't expect to be that many people.
Yeah, it was crowded. It was a lot of people
I
there.
did not expect for it to be that many people.
Yeah.
And that part right there kind of threw me. And I don't even think they expected to be that many people because I think they would have better planned out like the go kart type situation because that line was long.
Yeah.
Long. The silent party was cool. But
All right, let's. I want to talk about the attractions. They had an adult gaming night basically inside inside the facility where you had unlimited access to all their games.
Not all the games.
Majority of the games. What you mean all of them? It was all those games.
I mean, if you pay for it, but with the wristband that we had for what we paid for the wristbands and what we did, I don't think it was worth it.
Oh, I don't want, and I don't want to ask how much you paid.
I don't think it was worth it. I don't think it was enough arcade games for us to play. We could never bowl because people was never moving for us to even go up there to bowl.
I never even thought about doing that putt pin or whatever it's called. Because it wasn't regular bowling; it was that small ball. I looked.
Oh, but I'm just saying,
It wasn't an option.
It wasn't an option. It was already too many people up there. The games we had a ball playing Jurassic Park, but there was no other like games that was actually operable that we could play without paying for an extra fun card, and I had already paid for that pass, so those was included. The outside stuff, I mean, it was cool. Y'all was cold.
Freezing.
I wasn't. Y'all was cold.
Freezing. But I still made the best out of it. She.
Yeah.
Listen,
his grand finale is he went to Waffle House.
I purposely went into this phase of our lives making sure I do not be the party pooper. And I don't necessarily go into these situations where she take me out to be the life of the party, but I go out and enjoy myself. And best believe, I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna stand in the corner and mind my business. Like, oh no, not no more. Not no more.
Come back there, you alright? Cause you ain't buzz, you ain't.
Not no more. Can't do that no more. It's time to turn up. The people need to know. But look.
You need to know what?
Mr. Johnson is here. The people need to know. But yeah, man, I mean, for what it was.
For the drive?
Now, for the drive now, it wasn't worth it.
But you had your grand finale.
If I hadn't went to Waffle House, I'd have deemed that whole drive a waste. First of all, listen, let's start on our way to this place. I almost drove off. What's the name of that bridge? The GW Parkway. I almost drove clean off that bridge.
No, you can't drive off of it. It was just the road was closed on
I kept going
because of the construction.
Ain't nobody tried to stop me.
Going.
No one tried to stop me.
There was a way to go around and down, but if he would have kept going the opposite way,
I'd have been off the bridge. We'd have been like this, thumbs up. I'd have had my thumb up. as we was because we would have stuck the landing. us two, we would have stuck that landing. Guaranteed. Like Charles Barkley said. We just stuck the landing. And then then day 2, the party continued.
Day 2. Nabu had her 90s house party for her
90s,
birthday.
man.
And we had a good time. We sat out on VIP section.
Whole session, man. We was on the other side of the club.
See everybody.
And we had a whole heater to ourselves. Until everybody caught wind that we had that heater to ourselves.
It was cute. The setup was very nice. It was very nice.
I had my favorite bromance there, so it's always good to have a good man-to-man conversation.
Yeah, we had a good old time. The photo booth was fun.
Yeah, if you care, you can go look at the recap on I am MTMJ Instagram and Capricorn.
That on my page private, they can't see nothing.
Oh yeah, okay, nigga.
We had a very nice time. It was nice.
Anything else you want?
Back-to-back activities at our old age. It's time for a nap.
Yeah. Got to have a Red Bull on coffee.
We've been outside
all weekend.
We've been outside like everything we did started after 8 o'clock. After 8 p.m.
Yeah, that was a good thing that everything started late.
That was a good thing because bedtime started rolling around come down now.
Yeah, to be honest with you, at this point in our lives, whether you take a nap, it don't really matter.
It don't, because we took a nap before we went out Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good time. And of course, daytimes, kids chilling.
Yeah, so for this Behind the Podcast, I wanted to have a funny but real debate. Okay. Right? So I want to start with this one. This is the first one. Would you rather lose Wi-Fi for a month or running water for a week? Now, we've had both. Not necessarily running water, but we've lost hot water.
Wi-Fi.
I can't do the... You could do Wi-Fi. I can't do Wi-Fi.
What I need it for?
Because for some reason in this house, when you don't got no Wi-Fi, you don't got no service. So, but I know you got to have water. Me, Wi-Fi would be...
As long as I can wash my hands. And we got games, Uno, all type of stuff. Except nobody said we had to be stuck in the house. Toodaloo. Bye. Go do something. I don't need Wi-Fi. No.
Okay. That didn't last long. Should naps be legally protected at work? Yes.
Should what?
Should you be able to legally take a nap at work?
Oh, because that ain't what it sounded like you said.
Yeah, it says should naps be legally protected at work?
Yeah.
I think so too.
They do it in other countries. It's mandatory.
I think my job should
Their desk was it in China? Their desk, literally the chair folds down into a cot, and you get to pull out your little thing. Had a blanket. Yeah.
I think my job should change that fitness hour that they allow to an hour nap.
No, it should be either or 30-30.
I'll take the whole hour.
I think the fitness hour is a good thing, and it's
important for people that sit on all day.
It's important for people in the field that you're in. They should want to be some kind of. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of people need to walk.
You, because if something go down, like really go down.
You're gonna wake up and go to work. Because in my field, it is no real break. They expect you to do what you need to do.
I'm just saying, if something really pop off, how many people you think in there actually? You gonna leave a lot of people behind?
Oh yeah, I'm out. 2 foot moving. I'm out. All right. Is it okay to eat food that fell on the floor if it's within 5 seconds?
Gotta make dirt, and dirt don't hurt.
That rule has changed over the years because we got too many daggone extra bacteria and diseases. I don't know.
Absolutely not. once it's true, is it good to eat the food once it hit the air? Let's be real. Let's let's be real. We eat out at places and stuff. Think about it, right? You ready? So you order some fries, right? Burger King, McDonald's, check whatever. You know, most of the time they have the fries already sitting at the little heat lamp, right? And they just go and grab them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many people are grabbing the fries with new pair of gloves?
Nobody.
Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Then they take the fries. They normally grab them like this, right, and
Mm-hmm.
drop it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
What's on their hand?
Yeah, that's true. I also say when I see them.
What are you doing?
Playing around with this.
Are you supposed to be doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. Anyway, who knows what's happening in the back when your food is being prepared?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So it's like you just gotta pray.
I have a confession. Ain't when you cooking something that's supposed to ain't. That's what I said. Ain't. When you cooking something, right? When you cooking something in the stove, I mean on the stove or something like that, ain't that supposed to kill off the bacteria? Huh?
Okay.
Okay, so I've grabbed a handful of fries, right? And one fry or two have fell on the floor.
Okay.
I move, because in my mind I'm counting that 5 seconds, and I'm right in the grease.
In the grease. Your ass done did it. That's why you said, yeah, you done did that.
I'm telling you, I did it. I said a confession. I'm having a confessional moment right now. The only people who have ate it is me, you, and the kids. Because I can't tell who the fry actually went to. It could have went to me. But I feel like in the past, you can't get mad at me if you've abided by the 5 second rule at some point in your life.
Oh, MG.
Can you? No. We allowed to make confessions on this podcast. That's the point of us talking and having the truth. And whether you think it's disgusting, that's the only thing I'm doing.
I just laughed.
So no, but why you make that face when I said it?
Because it's always something when you decide to actually cook.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's always.
I don't like how you worded that. You reworded it in your own way. Okay. Does music sound better in the car or in the shower? Hey, I honestly think, I'm telling you, some of the best showers is accompanied by good music. But if you in the car and we was on our way home.
I mean, in the shower, it's something about the water and the echoing, I guess, that make you seem like you really can sing type thing versus in the car, but it doesn't. I don't know. But it depends. I'll say the car.
I'm going to say the car, too.
I'll say the car.
It sounds good in the shower. But sometimes.
You don't get that bass and that extra boom, depending on your system that you have.
But sometimes when you're in the car and you get a nice little playlist going and it's hitting.
But a nice little playlist in the shower, you might hit a little.
But then you're going to be in the goddamn shower too long.
With the water.
Because you don't understand, sometimes if a playlist is hitting real good in the shower, I really do be taking my time. But that's not responsible. Because who's supposed to take an hour, 2 hour shower other than these YNs? We adults supposed to, you get to it. You get to it. But we're not going to debate that. You do that with no music. So imagine if
Excuse me, what are you saying?
Imagine if you add music to your showering habits, along with the way that you shower. Y'all just heard her, Wi-Fi or water, and she said, I got to be able to wash my ass.
Yeah.
So, here's a good one. And this is the truth. Because I always ask myself this every year when we do this with the kids. Should adults still get Halloween candy? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, we should. Now, should we be out there with a Halloween bag to collect candy? Maybe not. But every house, listen, there is work that goes into us parents and having to be us parents having to be out there with them kids, and we shouldn't have to just be out there walking and they having all the fun, collecting all the candy.
Going back to where we went last year, I'm here for the Jello shots. I don't need the candy. I can go buy my own candy. I mean, it's just because
you ain't really a sweet person, though.
It's because the kids stuff that they like to do, type thing or whatever. But it's not. I just literally just bought them candy.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like,
kids now, I hear people debate about the Halloween experience as a whole and why they don't have their kids doing it because it represents this or it represents that. It ain't about what it represents, man. It's about the experience. I think sometimes we get...
If you go to a good area that's got... It's more so about decorations and stuff. You like... If you go to somewhere that's got good decorations and stuff, it's not necessarily about the candy because here it is. People are crazy and people are crazier now. You still got to check that candy on it. It's no point like... The bag of candy is to be tossing it because...
Yeah, but folks be so focused on the meaning of Halloween and witchcraft and all that other stuff. I think, man, Halloween is just another day for us to for us to gather. And what folks fail to realize, you're gathering with people you do not know.
Well, you have some people who can't experience that. You have people who have to stay within their neighborhood. And there's still people they don't know because they don't go to the people's houses on a regular type thing. But you have people who don't get to go out and experience and, like, go to an amusement park type. Yeah, like go to an amusement park or something like that for Halloween. Not necessarily be going from house to house because of everything that's going on. I mean, it's a lot, but...
Well, that leads me into another question. Are people too sensitive? Or just finally standing up for themselves?
Are people... No, people are still very sensitive. Very sensitive.
I think it's a combination of both.
Because even if they stand up for themselves, it's still like, and you did that for what?
I think it's a combination of both, though. I think people are a little too sensitive, and then folks who never were vocal about defending themselves are now hyper vocal about defending themselves. Because sometimes being able to defend yourself takes courage and it takes time. Like even me, well, over time, like I got more vocal on things that I would accept versus in the past, I would always think about, okay, if this is going to affect my family, and in so many cases, you almost letting people not necessarily walk over you, but you doing it because you're like, oh man, I need this to be able to provide. So I think it's a combination of both. Would you rather know how you die or when you die? No. The hell? No, I don't want to think about that type of stuff.
What? No.
Is working from home killing creativity or saving sanity?
Saving sanity?
I think it's a combination of both, depending on what field you work in. Because let's just say, for instance, the people who worked at home for the last few years and were made to come back to work, they were in a hostile situation at work, but they were making a decent amount of money and they couldn't really afford to go and start over. So they dealt with it. And being at home was helping their sanity, saving their sanity. Because being at work could be killing their creativity because they always at work. What you think?
I mean, being at home is just, it's kind of like put you on that loner vibe, but some people, it works for them.
Yeah, because I noticed Jody said, man, thank you for coming on, Mike, because you don't like to go nowhere. I don't know if that's the case, though. I just pick and choose where my presence needs to be at. If that makes sense. But I
mean, I get it, but it still means a lot to some people when you take that time and actually support them. If you don't look at them and see it like, well, whatever, like, the person that you are, it's like I don't really know how to explain it, because people who know you, it's not, they know that it's not much to get you, like, for you to have that excitement moment. Little it's the little things for you. But people who get you and actually fuck with you or whatever, and they know how you are when it comes to, like, work in the past before and all that stuff. You didn't have the time, but if you retire and whatnot, you wouldn't even put forth the energy to participate.
Okay.
Even though you could, you just chose not to.
Okay.
So it's like now it's like you're kind of putting yourself in a situation where you are prioritizing your actual time to at least say, even if I can't stay all day or whatever, I'm going to still show face and show up for people who show up for me and my family.
Yeah. Great way to explain me.
So yeah.
That is perfect.
Better with that.
Yeah.
It's rare that I leave the house and you not right there.
Yeah.
Before I can go and you in the house.
Yeah. Good job, babe. That made my nipples hard. Is it better to be realistic or delusional? Delusionally confident. Is it better?
Delusionally confident is wild.
Yeah.
Like,
it's people will be confident and it be from a place of delusion. Like, for instance.
But is it delusion on your part, not their part?
That's the problem, though. How can your confidence, if I'm confident about, say, the field that I'm in and how good I am with the field, and I say, oh, man, I'm actually good at this. And you be like, oh, man, you just being delusional, because realistically, you ain't really that good. So that's what I'm saying. Is it good to be realistic, right? I'm realistically basic, but I want other people to think I'm more than what I really am, which is a delusion if it ain't the reality.
That's just like
there we go.
That's just like a fake resume.
Yes.
You get a job, and then they like, all right, I need you, and they like, wait, hold on, you're not gonna give me no training, you're not gonna give me no. You said you got. So
and they not gonna do that. You said you know it, so why I'm gonna train you in something you already know? I wouldn't take that job anyway.
It's supposed to be 95% of the jobs, when you get them, they're supposed to train you on their protocols on how to do stuff anyway. But when you have some jobs that's like, oh, you have this much experience, you did, so you already, we just gonna do a little shaking, boop-a-doop, do this, you got that, yeah, you got this, you got that, and then it's like, okay, so I need you to do all these reports and get back to me in the next 2.5 hours. And 2.5 hours ago, when you sitting there still trying to figure out how to plug this into that, in this, in
that's
that.
like Reasonable Doubt. When Slim was supposed to say he can code this and code that, and come to find out he really couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. That's a delusion right there.
Thought his firm was going.
And the reality was,
it took longer than what he needed.
All right, so last year we all saw how things played out between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and the big conversation that has been on the internet from bloggers, podcasters, and alike, is Drake officially overplayed or still top tier? Is he overrated, or is he still top tier? What did I miss? I think.
That's it. He's still Drake. Everybody's gonna have a moment where somebody's going to take a dig at you, because that's just how the industry works.
I'll tell you what I've noticed.
How do you go from there?
I think the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle equated to a fight. A street fight. Where you was beating up everybody. You was known as the bully. Not even the bully.
So who was the bully?
He got bullied.
Oh, so Kendrick was the bully.
in this situation, Drake has been top tier bully. He's been bullying the music industry for the last 5 to 6 years, 7, 8 years,
And then
and he
picked
no
the wrong
one,
person
yeah, and he would pick with people, and it never resulted in. Look, remember he even listen. To be honest with you, remember he picked with Chris Brown a little bit, and I wouldn't say. How do I explain it? It didn't have as much backlash or as much notoriety as this Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation had. But the reality is he bowed out.
At this point, Kendrick literally put Drake into an induced coma, and then Drake woke up out the coma and tried to figure out what happened. That's it.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to think about it. So you think he's still top tier though?
Yeah, he still got hits.
What did I miss?
Yeah, he coming out the coma. Try to figure out what he missed. What happened?
Would you rather meet your
You know
favorite?
what happened?
This is a better question. I'm not even gonna pose it the way they got it right here. Would you rather meet Chris Brown or get $10,000 in cash?
Meet Chris Brown.
Wow, for real?
Because meeting him and having conversations, I can potentially get more than 10,000.
And how? How do you figure that?
And something else.
You gonna shake some ass?
Not it. Oh no, I'm gonna suck some dick.
Can't offend me.
Shake some ass. It doesn't even have to be that. It could have been a literal conversation. We could be talking about stuff, and I could be like, I'm gonna go home and cook. Oh, you cook? You know.
Oh, okay. So it can turn into a business proposition.
Like 10,000 can blink, and that's gone.
That's true. 10,000 goes fast. 10,000 really do go like $10.
You can blink, and that is gone. So what is 10,000 gonna do?
All right. So I don't know if you had, because I know you were saying that people don't know how to text anymore. People text. They don't read their text. We know people do not spell check and they do all those things.
It's not even that.
So how do you
everything?
So how do you feel about texting someone K instead of just saying okay, or saying instead of saying good morning you say GM, or instead of saying or laughing out loud you say, well of course laughing out loud makes sense, but all these abbreviations for words that you could just use and you just replacing it. Is that like, are we getting lazy?
Yeah. Not put much thought into
Like, why you can't just say good morning? Why you gotta say, you saying good morning, but you say GM?
Am I? GM could be general manager. It could be
good meet.
Good meeting, you know.
But everybody know it to be good morning.
Everybody know a lot of stuff to be something, but people could take everything out of context. Just like if somebody is the type of person that texts in all caps, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah. I remember I sent the email to my boss in all caps, and he reminded me that he felt like I was yelling at him throughout the whole email.
So it's like, why you yelling at me?
And I don't even know, thinking about it 10 years later, I don't know why I did that. I don't know if I was trying to make a point. I don't know what was the purpose. Now, I felt like I was being sarcastic. I honestly think that's what I was doing.
I was saying you probably being an ass.
But at the time that he said that, I didn't, he got it. Oh. At the time, I did not think, I didn't know that's what that meant.
Yeah, so it's the little things.
Okay.
Those, that can trigger.
I ain't got nothing else. You got anything else you want to bring to the Behind the Podcast? Nope. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you... Behind. Oh, you said not from behind? Nope. All right, y'all. This has been episode 34 of Behind the Podcast. We appreciate y'all for vibing with us and watching this content. Make sure you follow us on Patreon/MTMJ Podcast with the wife. And on that platform, we've done a good job separating the podcast, the main part from the Behind the Podcast. So you could just go right in there and click on Behind the Podcast, and you get all the content we've put out from Behind the Podcast. We thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow the podcast on Behind the Podcast on Instagram. And we out. Peace.